Sportzmafia fans?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on? We're back.
A little different setup this time.
Yep, 100% different setup. I actually like this a lot better.
We're actually looking at each other this time.
I know, man, so I can flip you off all I want to.
Now David's going to notice when I grimace.
Yeah, when
he's things that I don't like. He's going to notice it now.
100%, man. He's got me beat right there. Yo, guys, so we're doing a giveaway February 28th. You have to be liked. You have to be subscribed. You have to comment. You have to be a participant in the show in order to get the opportunity to win 2 autograph jerseys. Now, it could be anybody. It could be Randy Moss. It could be Joe Montana. It could be Dan Marino. It could be any jersey that they sign. It does come with an autograph card that is authenticated as well. So you'll be able to get that too. That's what I look for when I buy my stuff.
It's something you're going to want to hang up or a collector's item.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Or go flip it. Just be part of the show.
Yeah, dude. I mean, hey, why not?
I think it's really cool. And I'm excited for whoever wins this. And that's our first promotion.
Yeah, February 28th, guys, we're doing a giveaway for autographed jerseys. So everyone be ready, be on the tilt, be on the ready for it. Carson, my man, how was your weekend, bro? Like, what did you do?
Last week was pretty rough, my friends. I was definitely under the weather for about a week. That's about the most sick I've been in a very, very long time. However, made a trip with you on Sunday watching playoff football.
Yep.
We went to Twin Peaks. Some great things about that place. Nice, cool, nice beer.
He's now a Chargers fan.
Yes, the girl, very good looking women around as well.
He's now a Chargers fan, guys, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, highly recommend it. Some good food to do. It was awesome. So yeah, I had pretty good. I've had a lot better couple days. Let's say that.
Yeah.
That's
what's up, man. So I needed to get away. Me and the wife took like a tiny little honeymoon because we haven't been on one yet because we work so much and a lot of things have been happening in our lives to where we had to put all of our stuff on hold, which is fine. You know, I'm not upset about it or anything like that. I'm not complaining. The thing is so we went up to Pigeon Forge. We did a little bit of indoor skydiving, which was awesome.
Cool.
We did zip lining, which was cool too. It was pretty cold outside, so we couldn't really go to Dolly World and like ride the roller coasters like, you know, she wanted to, but it was too cold for that. But we did have a lot of good foods, man. We went to the local goat, which was, dude, like that Hawaiian steak, man. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Yeah,
I'm sold on anything.
Oh yeah, dude, like I'm not even kidding you. Like Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. If anyone ever has an opportunity to get away for a full week, like I highly suggest going to Pigeon Forge and just hanging out. Like there's so much to do. There's ziplining goat carts. There's mountain coasters for the kids. You have Dolly World. I mean, we went and saw Hatfield and McCoy. The food was great. The soup was good. The show kind of could have used a little bit more work. It just felt like that it was too low production for it. But other than that, man, dude, the show was actually pretty good. Like, you know, the dancing, the singing, the dog, the little black lab didn't want to jump in the water, so it kind of stopped at the end. And it was actually pretty cute to see the dog, you know. But other than that, man, yeah, dude.
I'm happy you got out of the house.
Yeah, man, me too. I needed to, you know, after, you know, can't really say what happened at my store, but at the store and stuff, you know, we can't really talk about it. But yeah, man, it was, whew. Yeah, it's a lot, man. A lot has been happening in my life, and, you know, I'm not really open to disclose.
No, it's all good, but I had a great weekend.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Definitely things that I would want to do. Well, I'd zipline.
Ziplining was so much fun. I was hanging upside down and stuff.
The roller coaster park. I hate that stuff.
I'm not a big roller coaster guy either. But here's the thing, though. If everybody wanted to go on the ride, I would go.
I gotcha. Yeah, that's kind of how it went for me as well. Okay,
so tell us what we got going on for the show today. Breakdown.
What we got today, we're going to do some headlines into the divisional games because we got to talk about that. NFC, our conference game predictions. Take a little break after that. Then we're gonna do a little segment of buying your take. You tell us a better way to call that.
Yeah,
it's
we're
a
always
borrowed
open.
news thing, but we want to get in there and do it ourselves too. A little top 10 NBA players this season, just to dip our toes in and kind of get back into it since football's starting to wind down. And then we're gonna close the show.
Yeah, man, sounds good.
So we got for you today, so we're gonna roll right into headlines to start. Oh, there we go.
That's perfect. Perfect timing. We got a little timer now, guys, so we can, speed these up a little bit for us.
All right, so headlines. We got 3 of them for you today. Let's start with Daniel Jones playing Destination. Where is he gonna land after the season?
Man, I would love for Daniel Jones to stay as a Giant. Reason why is because you have Saquon Barkley, who is one of the most explosive running backs in the league. Yes, he has been hurt. I understand that. But if you look at this season, Saquon is explosive. 100%. He is the heart and soul of that team. They need to start putting wide receivers and defensive players around so that they can start winning some damn games. I mean, you guys have traded to your conference team who you play against, the Eagles. You traded, and now you're sitting here with absolutely nothing. Your defense is the one that lost you the Eagles game. Saquon Barkley didn't lose you the game. A couple of the receivers dropped the ball. If they can go into this year's draft and get a couple receivers and get a couple defensive guys, I feel like that this Giants offense and defense will be super explosive for next year.
Yeah, I'm not like everyone else, or me and David seem to be on the same page, but they far achieved anything that they were supposed to do this season. And they ran into the best team in the league on the road. That's going to happen. I didn't think anyone thought they were going to win the Super Bowl this year. Kind of nuts anyways. Daniel Jones, to me, he got paid $25 million. So, that's not the upper echelon. He's not going to get that. He's not making 40 at least like Russell. So what you're getting, though, is 67% completion this year, 3,200 yards passing, 15 TDs, and 5 picks. With the rushing of 708 yards rushing and 7 TDs on the ground. Change the name of Daniel Jones to Lamar Jackson.
Oh, God, no. Dude, he's way better than... Okay, so let's put it this way.
I'm just saying,
I know what you're saying.
Anyone to work with. And putting up these numbers and really flourishing under Dabo's system here.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So let's...
I'll just say this. I think it'd be silly for the Giants to let him go right at this point.
So take it at this kind of face value here real fast. If you look at Baltimore and you look at the Giants, they're the same with wide receivers. But they're different in running backs because J.K. Dobbins has been hurt. Defense is kind of similar.
Well,
but
they both don't really have playmakers other than
right.
Jones has got Barkley, and Lamar's basically got Mark Andrews.
Yeah, but Lamar hasn't thrown, again, over 3,000 yards. He had 3,200 yards, and that's his highest. He's terrible.
I'll take Daniel Jones at the bargain.
Yeah.
Or, at a price of around $25 million, other than what Lamar wants around $40 million, and you're getting pretty similar. It's not like Lamar's won a Super Bowl or anything. Now, I think Lamar has more upside, so don't get me wrong, but do you want to pay $15 million to find out?
Right.
That's how much more he's going to probably make per season, over the contract. So,
well, where do you see Daniel Jones?
The Giants GM said that they wanted him there, so I think he's going to stay in Giants.
Well, what are the top teams that would want Daniel Jones or would need Daniel Jones?
So there's 2 that seems to be consistent that people say online: the Colts and the Panthers. Pretty obvious to me why they would want him, and I think that would be a great upgrade. Then I added myself Tennessee Titans. I think it would be a huge upgrade over Tannehill. And then have Mark Henry in the backfield with him, boy. Yeah. And then the Redskins. And the Commanders, sorry. That'd be my favorite location for him. Just to go back and just stick it right to the Giants immediately. I think the Commanders have a pretty good team. Minus the QB, basically.
I see you, Daniel Jones, and I raise you Derek Carr to the Colts. Or the Commanders.
That would come to me as just a money thing.
I got you.
But
so let's
go on, and pretty fun now. I'm excited to see where he lands this year. Yep. He's a great QB out here.
All right, guys, we got a little video for you guys.
So Our next headline, though, is basically, if you haven't seen Mattress Mac, if you don't know who this guy is, he basically bet, what was like
2 million
on the Astros when he won that first one and won $75 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. He lost another. He bet on TCU to beat Georgia, which was just burning money away, I think, for $2 million. And then he lost $2 million bet on the Cowboys this week, and then he had some advice for Dak Prescott.
Smacker, I just lost $2 million. I got some advice for you. Get rid of that Sleep Number mattress and get a Tempur-Pedic. You'll get much better results. Hey, Dak.
Perfect.
That's hilarious. I gotta say,
I don't think he's hurting even with the loss here. Yeah, Dak maybe could use some better sleep. He ain't gonna be sleeping well this offseason.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know much to say about this subject other than that's funny as heck. Other than I wish I had $2 million to bet on it.
Well, so here's the thing, and this is what I do want to say real fast before we move on to the next one. Cowboy fans, relax, okay? You guys lost first rounds of the playoff. You get to the second round of the playoffs. That's a great step for you guys in the right direction, whether it's with Dak Prescott or without Dak Prescott. The way how I feel is that Dak needs to start figuring out how to be a playmaker. He has the most interceptions in the league right now. Cooper Rush was playing better than him when Dak came back. And they still went with Dak Prescott because they're paying him so much damn money to be on the field, but he makes so many mistakes. The best thing that you can have of Derek Carr, I'm so sorry, with Dak Prescott is everyone is bugging out about the pass from him to Turpin. That was a smart pass. It's just that San Francisco defense is the most physical defense in the game. That was just a good pass, but a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful read by the 49ers. 100%. You can't take that away from Dak. You can't take it away from the Cowboys. San Francisco read that play so damn well that you just can't take it away from the 49ers to read it. Yeah. That's all I got to say. You guys are in the right direction. Is Zeke your best bet? Yes.
They need some more firepower.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just rely on CeeDee Lamb to do
Yeah.
everything. Ezekiel Elliott is kind of coming down, so I would think you would hope that Tony Pollard stays healthy for these games and feature him starting next season because I think he's more explosive.
But here's the thing, though. Do you want...
As far as Dak, though, I don't know if he's got another level to his game.
He doesn't.
And for as much as you're paying him, Dallas might just be kind of stuck in that, hey, we're a playoff team, but, we can't really progress in the tournament because
Dak is falling down. Right. Dak is falling down. Ezekiel Elliott should stay as their number one running back, and I'll tell you why. You give me 5 yards every time you rush the ball, I'm happy. But when I get you in the red zone, you are a powerhouse in the red zone. He scored a lot of damn touchdowns in the red zone for them. That's what they need. The 3-yard line to the 1-yard line, 5 to the end zone.
But I would feature Pollard because he's a better receiving back and have him play like first and second down.
So you would do a 70-30 pretty much split.
I'm bringing Zeke for that short yardage like you're talking about. Maybe goal line punching it in or something like that. But explosive plays from first and 10 to second and 10. So
kind of do what the Lions are doing and do Jamal Williams and...
Well, maybe, Wyatt, man. You're a lead dog here, that's for sure. Thanks for coming in, by the way.
So pretty much, yeah, I mean, that's what I look at. But, it's...
I don't know.
I look at 70-30, you're running the ball with Tony Pollard, who is like a Lamborghini. He's fast and he's shifty. But then you look at the Tonka toy truck, Zeke, I mean, you get him between the 5 and the goal line. You're running like the Lions are with Jamar.
Maybe 60-40. I want to feature Pollard a little more because big explosives.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would
want
do
from him.
70-30 with Pollard. So I would put Pollard for 70 and Zeke for 30.
Yeah.
Just like what they do with DeAndre Swift
They
and
weren't
Jamal
really
Williams.
doing that year this year when they should. I think clearly should have been doing that from the get.
Tony Pollard also has a lot of knee injuries coming up.
Another thing, though, real quick, is that like, what is the Cowboys gonna do anyways? You're kind of stuck with him. Do you get rid of McCarthy? I don't think that's necessarily.
I don't think that's the best move.
I don't think so either.
I think you keep McCarthy, you sign him again, let him run it again.
I just don't know if this team's ever going. And
You take Dan Campbell out.
I'm thrilled about it.
Yeah.
I really don't like the Cowboys. So they do whatever they want. With that being said, our next one today is actually about Terry Francona.
This is hilarious, guys. Listen to this.
Cleveland Guardians manager Terry Francona has his beloved scooter stolen from the residence. And basically what that says today. Okay, I'll just read it verbatim here real quick. Guardians manager Terry Francona's beloved ride has been stolen. The scooter that Francona rides from his downtown Cleveland apartment to Progressive Field on game days has been swiped over the weekend. Francona's scooter was parked outside his residence. Mistake number one. A team spokesman said that the police were notified of the theft, which happened late on Friday night or early Saturday. And basically they are checking into it with the surveillance. So, I don't know if they're ever going to recover his scooter.
That's hilarious, dude. You can just go out and buy another one.
Yeah, I'm sure he's doing all right. I guess living in an apartment when you have millions of dollars is something else.
Yeah.
But heck, I like living. I don't need the big old mansion. Just save those pennies.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a manager of a baseball team, or if I'm either a general manager of a basketball, football, hockey, whatever, I shouldn't have to worry about. But you're living in an apartment. Why aren't you living in a house, bro? Like, why are you? Why? Because it's literally right down the street from the field.
He's within a mile, 2 miles tops from the stadium. That's gotta be nice. I roll out of bed, go on my scooter, and just scoot my ass down to the stadium. And I'm just chilling. Apparently, he joked once that his scooter was on the DL after some employer wrecked it during a promotion training once.
That's
He's got a
hilarious.
good sense of humor. Shellman also mentioned he was the AL Manager of the Year last year. What do you think of Cleveland? I think they got a.
I think they have a really, really good shot here. They do have a lot of good contact hitters. It's just, can they keep the consistent hitting in the beginning of the year instead of it being towards 2 months at the end of the year? Because if you can do it consistently throughout the whole entire season, you should be good to go. If you can do a consistent basis of hitting the baseball, you're golden. Home runs isn't what everything is all about in the sport of baseball. It's all about the consistency of what you can do with the ball. Can I put it into right, left, center? Can I put it down the third base line? Can I put it down the first base line? Can I do a little blooper over top of the second baseman's head? Because I'm not doing the shift anymore. So I think that baseball is going to turn in the Guardians' direction now. I think it's also going to turn into the athletic direction as well, because the Oakland A's are also a contact hitting team, but it's always the shift that kills them. Yeah, but they are still a really good.
Well, if we're on that subject, baseball next season is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
No shift and a pitch clock. So I mean, we're literally going to go down from 3.5 hours that no one wants to spend that much time watching one baseball game during the course of 162 games. I think that's going to come down to like 3 or a little under 3 again. And then with the no shift, you're going to see that ball play more. And then now you finally get to see what the pitcher looks like with a dude at first. And, if you put a little pressure on the pitcher, they start side-arming. They get rushed, and that's how you create and develop more hits. You don't really get that in how the system was set up before, because it's either I strike you out or you jack it out of the park.
Yeah, 100%.
And I can't. I'm so excited for baseball right now. Like, obviously, because spring's coming, it's going to be great. But baseball is going to be fantastic this season. So, yeah, man, that's our headlines today. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, guys, let's run it. All right, guys, let's hop into the Jags and the I'm so sorry. I'm thinking of the Cleveland Guardians. Let's hop into the Jags and the Chiefs, okay? This game was a lot better for Trevor Lawrence. He came out early. It didn't take him for the second half, even though the second half of the Chargers game was phenomenal to watch him come back and just beat them. Everyone either fell asleep, turned the game off, or didn't even want to go back to it. I saw several people videotaping their friends sleeping, waking up to seeing the Chargers getting blown out. 28 unanswered points.
Yeah.
They let them literally score 32 unanswered points to them. That's insane. 31 to be exact.
That's because the Chargers don't have any heart.
Well, it's not so much as that. I feel like that
You don't blow that lead.
that Justin Herbert couldn't keep the ball moving. They shut down the run game for Austin Eckler, but Justin Herbert couldn't get the ball out quick enough.
Wasn't maybe that a product of bad play calling at that point?
I don't know if I could say if it was bad play calling. I think that the players on the Jags were like, yo, we're not going out like this. This shows that Christian Kirk is a number one receiver, and he deserved that $73 million. He played his damn heart out that game for them to come back and win. Same with Travis Etienne. He did the same thing. Even though when I'm watching this game with the Chiefs and the Jags, I'm seeing a completely different team now. I'm not seeing the explosive running that Travis had. I'm not seeing Christian Kirk hauling in the ball. He throws it a perfect dime to you, and you drop the ball. I mean, Zay Jones fumbles the ball at the 10-yard line. The Chiefs recover it. That's why the Chiefs won the game, was because of that fumble. If Zay Jones would have held on to that, it would have been 27-27. Trevor Lawrence had 217 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown.
Okay. Yeah, it was incredible.
Christian Kirk was their only touchdown passing.
So, when it comes to Kansas City, so I watched full length recap on this game. I was actually at work for. Was I at work? No, I was sick as a dog.
Yeah, you weren't watching.
At my house.
We need to get you some, bud.
But what I've seen is just that it just reaffirmed me how great Patrick Mahomes is. You watch just every other play that pops up. A dude's on him or it's draping on him. He's jumping over and that comes out like a laser. It's always on pinpoint accuracy. He always seems to find the right guy. If you even give him a half a second to breathe, he's going to make you pay for it every time. To me, he's easily the best. Not easily. I can't say that. I don't want to say that.
Right.
He is the best QB right now in NFL. And it's really going to be hard for Cincinnati to go into Kansas City and take them down this next week.
So the Bengals, it is going to be hard for Cincy. Here's the thing, though. Patrick Mahomes got hurt. He has a really high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
I had a really bad high ankle sprain playing basketball. I stepped on someone's foot, and my ankle my whole entire foot was black and blue. When a 300-pound man lands on top of you, or I'm sorry, I think he was like 250, 275. When a man lands on top of you like that much weight, and you're hobbling to get back, I understand that he wants to come out and play. He needs to watch this ankle because Cincinnati is going to come for that ankle. So he has a choice.
Well, I think, unfortunately for us, we can't just go and get something injected in our leg that he's not going to really feel it. And as long as he can move around, I think he's going to play. He's a gutty player. He started this weekend.
The only thing that scares me the most about this is he's hurt. 195 yards passing. 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That scares me. 195 yards.
I want to say something real quick before you switch over to the next one.
Yeah.
I really love Trevor Lawrence.
So do I.
I think he's going to, if he's not, to me, he's already a top 10 QB, just off that performance this year.
Okay.
To start with Urban Meyer, and have that kind of a crap season to turn it around and to make it into the second round of the playoffs in the AFC that everyone's saying is loaded. It's really, really impressive. I love his leadership. Well, I saw the Twitter post where he waited in the tunnel and was high-fiving people. And I read a lot of crappy stuff like, oh, he's just doing it because of the cameras and stuff. I'm like, no, that's not true, man. There's cameras everywhere.
People have so many unbiased opinions that a lot of people need to shut their mouths. Like 100%.
You guys probably never played sports, or you just have no idea what you're talking about. That's a great leadership. That is just letting your boys know, like, hey, man, don't be down.
Yeah, you were probably salty as but you were probably salty as shit when you were sitting there and you lost the game in your high school game. You probably just went back to the locker room and didn't even want to talk to any of your people. I know people that are like that.
They still covered.
Yeah.
And they didn't fumble that ball right near the Kansas City goal line. That kind of was the whole momentum just kind of swept out of hands. To go in Kansas City and hang in there like they did, not just get blown out like I think a lot of people thought was very impressive. But Kansas City's the real deal.
100%. All right, guys, let's hop into the New York Giants versus the Eagles. Now, look, there's really nothing much to talk about with this game. Daniel Jones it was just a pathetic performance. 135 yards, 1 interception. You look at Saquon Barkley, he had 9 attempts for 61 yards. Normally when he has 9 attempts, he's normally at 110 yards with a couple of touchdowns by that time. I think that this Eagles defense really did shut down everything that the Giants threw at them. I didn't see any trick plays. I didn't see any consistent plays that they were liking. They weren't throwing the ball too much to the outside. They were throwing the ball more to the middle and deep in this game.
When you get down 14 points in the first quarter, and your strength is running the football and having Jones sprint out or have Barkley run a bunch, that's taken off the shelf. You know, like you can run it, but you need to get points fast, and I think that just snowballed real fast on them. Like I just mentioned before, I really thought the Eagles were going to smoke them anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it wasn't like I mentioned before when we were talking about Daniel Jones, the fact that he even got there is a real testament to their season. But yeah, Philly's a real deal. And they may have been banged up and kind of struggling at the end, but that doesn't matter. They had a week off. They had the best team in the league as far as the NFC side. Yeah, they're going to gobble up anyone coming into their stadium on that. That round in particular.
I mean, Hurts didn't have a blowout game either. He had 154 yards with two touchdowns passing. That's good. That's awesome.
You don't have to when you're
right. I know.
Well,
I know. Gainwell had 112 yards. I mean, that's the
Sanders had
most.
On top of that,
yeah.
It's just Giants run the obviously probably their Achilles heel has been all season. Really shut up in the worst time possible.
But let me say this. This is something pretty cool. Boston Scott has 10 touchdowns against the Giants. That is second to most of any team to have more than 10 touchdowns against the Giants. So that's a pretty nice stat to have. But, I mean, coming up to this game with the 49ers, they're going to the Eagles, Jalen Hurts isn't going to have 154 yards passing. He's going to have 300-plus yards passing.
Yeah, you're going to probably need a lot more out of him. You're not going to be able to just run the ball all over San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
No. I expect this next game to be super duper tight.
Same.
I mean, both games, everyone really praises the divisional round. They love it. There's 4 games on, and some of the best teams are left. And generally, people don't think the conference games as much. You only get 2 of them. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you get 1 blowout, which could happen. But Chiefs, Bengals, Philly, Niners, this is, as not being a homer, I'd love to see Seattle. I mean, you'd love to see Detroit in there. But if it's not my team, this is what you want. These are the matchups you want to see. I'm pulling hard for Philly. I hope they get it done. Mm-hmm. I hope they regain their form. That's a tall task for Purdy to go into Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, the offense and defensive line is pretty even with the Niners. They haven't really played a team like this at all this season. That's going to be a real, real test for them. But I'll save my prediction for the next little part here.
Okay. So it It was snowing. Bills, Bengals.
Oh, so we're going to.
Bengals just God.
Made it look easy, buddy.
Yeah. I feel like that Buffalo couldn't connect. I feel like that Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Dawson Knox, and Isaiah McKenzie didn't have any chemistry with each other. That's what it looked like. Mm-hmm. This looked like a season opening game where they're all brand new, they don't know each other. This is how the game goes. I'm thinking in my head, damn, I said a lot about Devin Singletary being a number one back. This game proves that Devin is not your guy. I'll tell you who their guy is. And is this guy, James Cook, even though he had 5 attempts for 13 yards. Okay? Here's the thing.
It's just an ugly.
Singletary had 1 extra attempt and had 10 extra yards. James Cook has blown out Devin Singletary in several games. Even though Devin Singletary is mostly a receiving running back, but if it's not working with both of those running backs, then you need to figure out how to do a no back.
Yeah.
Like just a 5 receiver setup. Get your best guys out there. You had several opportunities when it was down 21-7. You had an opportunity to come into the half, and before the half was over, score a touchdown, get the ball back, score another touchdown. The Bills, that's what the Bills looked like to me. They just looked like it.
Bye, Wyatt.
Bye, Wyatt.
Thanks for coming in, buddy. We'll see you next time. To me, I'm really disappointed in the Bills in the fact that they showed absolutely no heart. They let Cincinnati just kind of up and down the field, wide open passes in the middle of the field. I didn't see a lot of players barking at each other. They just kind of let things happen as it went, and it just kept snowballing. No pun intended. You would expect that Bills, after losing that heartbreaking game last year to Kansas City, to come back this playoffs and really show their merit, and they come up and just throw a stinker. They didn't even show up for this game. It's very disappointing. But I love what the Bengals did. Joe Burrow is phenomenal, buddy.
Well, Joe Mixon, 105 yards with a touchdown and 20 attempts. That's phenomenal.
That number for a reason, man. He just hangs back in that pocket.
Yeah.
He doesn't panic. He's got that super deadly accuracy. He knows where to put that ball. But I was thinking of a play in the first drive that Cincinnati drove down the field where he hits
Hayden Hurst?
Not Hurts. It was the main guy.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, he hits Chase right in the middle of the field, and there's 2 defenders, and they don't even really make an attempt to grab him, and he just waltzes right in the end zone. And that's how you start the game. You're already down 7-0 on the first drive in snow, where the game should be slower, and they just marched up and down. And Cincinnati's tight end Hurts. What a game he had. Got the first touchdown wide open in the corner of the end zone. It was just a fantastic safety value. You got Chase, Higgins, Mixon. You got all these guys, and then you got this guy Hurts out here making plays. They are crazy good. Their defense is phenomenal, and they make great adjustments. You're never gonna just figure it out and then run your plan to the end of the game. No, they're gonna keep switching up what they do. They got a good coach. I'm high on the Bengals. I think this Kansas City Cincinnati game is gonna be phenomenal.
So this is my thing. The Bills were doing cover 2 too much. They weren't protecting the middle of the field. That's where they were getting dusted at. 242 yards. Do you know what the percentage is of the right side, the middle, and the left side was? Joe Burrow was throwing 35% to the middle. You can do the math for I'm sorry. Was it 30?
Well, it's a third on each, regardless.
Yeah.
Up or down.
But most of the completions were over top of the middle for big gains.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was wide open all day. It just makes me think the Bills didn't show up for this one. It was a pathetic performance. I'm sorry. I don't have any hard feelings or anything against the Bills. I didn't really care who won that game necessarily, if I'm being honest. But I think deservingly so, the Bengals were definitely the better team and definitely deserved to win that game, and they proved it. You couldn't tell me anything that could have been differently. I really think Joe Burrow is, if you're ranking him, he's a solid number 2 right now for me. I take him over everyone in the league other than Mahomes at this point.
I give it to you for that. I would do Mahomes, Burrow. I would do Hurts. I would do Hurts. I would do
Hurts over Allen?
Brock. Oh, yeah. The game proved it. The game proved every little detail. No, I'm not pumping anything on that. Look, man, we can talk.
This Philly game that's coming up, we'll know everything we need to know about Brock.
But do you want to know what's funny about this one? It's going to be defense versus defense. It's not going to be offense versus offense. It's going to be defense versus defense. There is no way that both of these offenses are going to come out dropping 38 points. There's no way that no one's going to have over at least 21 points. It is going to be a close game. It's defense versus defense. You got two of the most physical defenses.
You got 2 of the best offensive lines in the game. You got 2 of the best defensive lines. Both have above average secondaries and both have pretty good linebackers. I would say the Niners linebackers are probably a little better. I think the Niners in general are probably a little better on defense than Philly. But
Philly's secondary is better.
Run game with Hurts and A.J. Brown with the over-the-top stuff.
Yep.
Makes me have Philly just a smidgen better than the Niners coming into this game. I'm not going to predict it right this second. But,
so this is what I have.
But we should mention a little bit about the Dallas Niner game, though.
Oh, yeah, 100% we are.
Next one.
So 49ers have a better front 4 linebackers. Brock Purdy's not going to be able to do what he thinks he's going to do with that secondary. That's all I want to say.
Okay.
So.
Well, as far as the Cowboys,
Woo!
It hurts me because I can't predict Niner games with a clear conscience. I can't. I hate them. I hate them to death. Same with Dallas. So when they played each other, I actually picked the Cowboys to knock off the Niners. I thought maybe Purdy would finally run into the ball that I'm expecting him to hit at some point, hopefully.
Yep.
However, I would have been 4-0, my friend.
I know. I went 3-1. You went 3-1 too, though.
Yeah, if I would just take the Niners, which I knew probably was the pick, but I wanted to go with that.
I lost with the Bills. I thought the Bills were going to do it.
But this game, you got to see a little more of it than I did. Definitely a defensive struggle.
It wasn't so much a deep. It was more of a.
I watched that first couple drives. Dak throwing that pick right at the top on the second series.
And then Fred Warner, or is it Fred Warner comes over, picks it, and takes it halfway down the field. So this is what I'm saying. If you look at the rush attempts, you have 10 carries, 26 yards for Ezekiel Elliott. You're telling me right now that you think that Hurts, Gainwell, Scott, and Miles Sanders are going to run all over this defense? There's absolutely no way. You can get a couple good passes down the field. I think that Dallas Goedert, is it Dallas Goedert?
Yeah, that's the Phillies time.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown, and help me out here. Who's the other guy? Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
They're going to have a field day with their secondary. I think they're going to have a field day with the run game, coming in with Christian McCaffrey running this ball, Debo running the ball. They're going to throw Brandon Ayuk in there to run the ball. I think that this game coming up is going to be the most headlining game.
Oh, it's going to be great. Now, do you want to say anything real quick about Dallas? I mean, they do normally what Dallas normally does.
Yeah, your offense sucked.
Looked great during the regular season.
Their offense, because they had Cooper Rush take them for 5-0. Dak comes back in, loses 2 straight. Now I'm looking at this. Dak is not an elite quarterback.
No.
I'm sick of hearing people saying, "Oh yeah, Dak Prescott is one of the great." No, dude, he is not a great quarterback. He is not even in the top 10. I will pick Kirk Cousins over him any day. I will pick Justin Herbert over him any day. To be honest with you, I would pick Daniel Jones over him any day. If Dak Prescott has this offense of wide receiver setup, imagine what Daniel Jones could do with this offense.
Hard to argue.
Imagine what Brock could do with this offense. Imagine what Trevor Lawrence could do with this offense. Now let's back it up a little bit. Patrick Mahomes was in this situation, game over. Hands down.
Oh, yeah.
You put Jalen Hurts in this situation, game over. This offense is so overpowered, you just don't use them to their ability. You're literally pulling a Matthew Stafford, throwing it to one receiver.
You just got like a B QB and a B coach. And you're good enough to get to where you're at.
And you got an A-1 wide receiver.
Yes. It's never going to be good enough to beat a team on the road as good as the Niners.
And you
That's
have...
gonna be the problem.
Yeah.
So...
I mean... Brock didn't even have to do much. Christian McCaffrey did all the damn work.
Well, that's exactly why Kyle Shanahan is a great coach. I hate saying that. So we're going to NFL conference game predictions, which we kind of slid in there because it's hard not to already project forward.
I know.
But so we're just basically going to start with a game. Dave's going to say what he wants to pick. I'm going to pick, and then I got a simulation thing for everyone here real quick.
Yep. Give me Philly and Cincy off the rip.
Just right off the...
Give me Philly and Cincy. I do not think that the Chiefs are going to have an opportunity.
You know why we're going to be wrong? Because that's exactly what I think. I got Philly, Cincinnati. If we got to have me pick, I think Joe Cool goes in there and fucking beats. Goes and whips Mahomes for the 3rd time in a row.
Yeah.
I can definitely see it. Now I can definitely see Kansas City going in there and playing good enough to knock out Joe. It's going to be a great game. It's super exciting. But yeah, if you ask me, I like Philly and Cincy.
The only reason why I'm taking Cincy is because I know for a fact that Mahomes isn't going to be healthy when he comes in to play this game. That's his back foot. That's where he throws off of. Yeah, man, you got Travis Kelce, but Marquez Valdez-Stanton, Juju Smith-Schuster are not doing it for you. The one person that's going to have to be explosive, 2 people are going to have to be explosive. Isaiah Pacheco and Travis Kelce. They're going to have to be the most explosive players on the game, and they're going to have to try to take out the run game for Joe Mixon, and they're going to also have to try to take the other 3 wide receiver setup that they have. I mean, since he has one of the best wide receiver setups.
Yeah.
Chase, Higgins, Tyler Boyd.
I think Mahomes is going to have so many drugs shot through his leg at that point, he ain't going to feel it at all. He's going to feel it afterwards, don't get me wrong. But
if it gets hit again, he's going to feel it.
It is something to be worrisome about. I'm not even picking Cincy away because of that. I just think Cincinnati's just actually better. They've been on a roll since they kind of struggled a little bit out the gates. They lost the Super Bowl, but once they got into it, went on a huge winning tear. What other team in the league can really match up with Cincinnati's weapons? I mean, they're everywhere. And I really think as good as Kansas City's defense has been this year, I don't think they're going to be able to really stop Joe Burrow. It's really if Kim Mahomes will his team, and trust me, he definitely could do this. I ain't taking nothing away from the man. I just like Cincy's talent a little more.
I think that with Cincy having a fire under their ass with the NFL doing already pre-ticket sales for the Bills and Chiefs, I think Joe was like, yo, like you're about to count me out. Let me pull a Tom Brady real quick and let me show you what's up. I'm really, really, really going to say this. Joe Burrow has a mindset and a winner's mentality like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I think he is going to be our Tom Brady. I think he's going to have 4 Super Bowls. I don't think he's going to have 7. I don't think he's going to have 5. I don't think he's going to have 6.
4 would be incredible.
I think he's going to have 4. But here's also the thing. You have Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert that are in this league as well. Justin is now finding himself.
Trevor Lawrence.
Well, hold on. I'm going to get to the second tier here. Then you look down. You have Hurts, you have Lawrence, you have Goff, and you have, help me out, what's that young kid's name?
Wait, so you said Goff and what?
Trevor Lawrence, Goff.
Purdy?
No. Damn, now I can't even remember.
What teams he play for?
I can't even remember.
No worries, they'll come back to it.
Yep, sure enough.
Well,
Oh,
okay.
Hurts, and then the young guy who plays Steelers,
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. You also have to understand that you have them, and I believe this cold-heartedly. Kenny Pickett, and I'm saying it, listen to me. Kenny Pickett in the next 2 years is about to improve his game more than any other quarterback in the league. He's going to sneak up behind everybody. Wait, what? Aaron Rodgers? Huh? Aaron Rodgers is going to be dead to everybody after this season. Aaron Rodgers is already gone. Jared Goff is now the new quarterback for the NFC North for us. It's Goff.
Yeah.
So now, when I drop down to the third tier, you got to go to the bathroom, huh?
I'm good. 5 minutes.
All right, cool. When you drop down to the third tier, you have Davis Mills, who I think is going to improve this coming up year. Justin Fields is going to get something to help him out. Sam Darnold is probably going to look pretty well, and we'll see if Tua's able to play. You got to look at your tiers and see where everyone is going to be aligned at, because who knows what everyone else is about to do right now, because there's a lot of quarterbacks that are up right now.
Hold it for a second.
Okay.
Can't do it.
I guess I'm going to hold the fort, guys. But with that being said, I really do personally believe that it's going to be Philly-Cincy. Philly's going to hold everybody off. Cincy's a phenomenal, phenomenal team. They get a perfect wide receiver set up along with the wide receiver, or with the running back. I look at Philly. Philly has the best defense in the league right now. You can't stop them. It's going to be unpredictable. But here's the thing. If the 49ers win, Brock Purdy is going to be what everyone talks about. No, you're good. If Brock Purdy wins this game,
I tried.
if Brock Purdy wins this game, this is all we're going to hear is Brock Purdy. You know that, right? That's all we're going to hear is Brock. Brock. If Mahomes wins, it's going to be Mahomes. And Hurts and Burrow are not even going to be talked about as much. They're going to talk about what their receivers did and their running backs did.
I think maybe Hurts to that point, but to me, Burrow is proven that he's just a beast.
He is, but they don't have to give him any more hype. He's already the hype.
Thank you.
He's already the hype. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
let's make our picks real quick. I know we picked, but just give a score. Let's give you Philadelphia and San Francisco.
I don't know. What does the robot say?
Okay, so I did a bunch of simulations, whatever. We got an AI picking against us here. So what the computer has for you today, Philadelphia, San Francisco.
So good. Philadelphia gets the win 22-20.
He's got a little Dracula.
He does,
A
man.
little
That sounds
Dracula
kind of
feel,
weird.
but wow.
So what did it say?
So basically, the computer, I simulated 25 times of the two rosters and averaged out both points divided by 5. And what I got basically was a 22-20 win for Philadelphia over the Niners this weekend. I kind of like it. All the games vary, but you're consistently going to get about 40 points. So if you're talking gambling, maybe take the under in this game.
100%. This game, yes. What I think that this game is going to be, I think is going to be under 21 points, guys. I think it's going to be 20-21, possibly even 17-21. That's going to be the final score. This defense is going to be unstoppable. But I got Philly.
I'm taking Philly as well. I'm going 24-17.
I like it.
Philly to get it done. Very, very tight into the fourth, and Philly just does enough to pull away. Thank you, AI. And then we got Cincinnati and Kansas City. What's with the what's the computer got for us on this one?
Joe loses his cool. 24-21.
He lost his cool, buddy. Computer's taking 24-21. Kansas City over Cincinnati. I like it. It definitely could be the final on that one.
It could be. But again, I got to look at Mahomes' ankle. I'm going to go Cincy. I'm going to say Cincy wins 24-21.
I like it.
It's going to come down to a field goal, and Cincy's going to take it.
I'm going Cincinnati 34. Kansas City Chiefs 31. And, awesome high scoring game.
That's high. Wow.
Just
that's
a
real high.
hell of a game. I think this is one we're going to be talking about for years and years to come.
Dude, that's a really, really, really high. Wow. Okay. All right.
Thanks, Robot.
I know, right? All right, guys. We're going to take
got a little something else to say.
Oh, he does. Let's hear it.
Take the over.
Take the over. He sounds more like an Italian man already. He's coming out there like a little bit of an Italian. Hey, man, how you doing today, man? What do you want? Do you want a little bit of Roma di Cardighi? All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to hop off here. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back in a moment, guys. Yo, we're back.
Hey guys, what's up? And that wasn't too bad.
No.
No, I'm having a great time today.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
We added a couple more things to it. We got some cameras coming in, guys, so everything's going to be a lot better structure on that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's here.
This is a good one. So we're plagiarizing a show that people do all the dang time. We're going to call this Buy Your Take.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read David a couple of statements, and I want him to buy or sell what I'm throwing at him. So here we go, guys.
Let me hear it.
So, our first one. Tom Brady will play for the Los Angeles Raiders next season.
100% absolutely not.
Wow, 100%.
No. He will stay in Tampa, or he'll retire. He'll go get his $300 million from Fox. End of discussion. I do not see.
So are you?
I don't.
You're not buying.
I'm not. I'm selling the shoot out of it.
For my record, I'm buying that he's going to play for sure next year. I see that this is definitely a probability that could happen. I don't. Money's not necessarily the end all be all for this man right now. I think he wants to play as long as he possibly can.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
I agree.
Long story short, I think he's going to be on the field. I think Raiders should be definitely considered. Them in like Miami. Unless Purdy really stinks out the joint, which to say he does, then I could see him maybe being a Niner next year, possibly. But I don't. I think the Niners' ambitions and what they're trying to do is too much.
So let me ask you this question. Now that we see what's going on with the 49ers, does Jimmy G stay?
No, Jimmy's out for sure.
Does Trey Lance stay?
Trey stays unless if they can flip him for a first-round pick, which I don't think they'll get. I think they'd be willing to flip him for another first. But I think Brock's going to be their starter next year.
I think Brock is going to be their best bet. I don't think Trey Lance was even ready to begin with. I really don't. I do not think that Trey Lance was ready for the NFL start. That's just me personally.
Well, it'll be fascinating to see. Obviously, this game coming up is going to be huge for Purdy going on.
Yep.
Okay. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow be considered a better QB than Patrick Mahomes with a win this Sunday.
No, and I'll tell you why. Patrick Mahomes, 5,200 yards. Joe Burrow, 4,400 yards. 35 touchdowns for Joe, 41 for Pat. That's 6 more. Interceptions, 12 and 12, they're tied. No. Patrick Mahomes is always going to be the best quarterback in this league as long as we live. He is going to blow out Tom Brady's passing yardage easily. No one's going to be able to touch Patty. Patty's going to lose a lot, but he's also going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
You're not buying anything. Let's see. I think
I can't.
If Burrow does win, that'll be 3 straight games over the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that conversation becomes very tight. Very tight, especially if the Bengals do win and then go on to win the Super Bowl. I think this conversation is real hot. Just jumping a little ahead on it, but I think
The question was this Sunday, though. Will he be? Now, if Joe Burrow wins a Super Bowl, that's a different subject. Now they're 1-1.
No, you're right. So, but basically, it's saying that if they do win, I think you're going to start hearing that conversation pick up a lot in the media.
Yep.
So that was a good one, I thought. All right, the next one. The Los Angeles Lakers will make the playoffs this season.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. LeBron is playing great right now. He is. He really is playing great. The thing is this. They just got Hachimura from Washington Wizards. If they can figure out how to put him in their game plan, yes. Because Hachi is young. He's great. He's explosive. He gets to the rim. He can make baskets. He's a passer. The problem is this. What do you do with Russell Westbrook? He's not being consistent. If Anthony Davis can come back and be healthy for the playoffs or before playoffs, yes.
Okay, so
I do believe so.
I'm going to buy. I think Anthony Davis is scheduled to come back by next week or
He
some
is.
point.
Mm-hmm.
He's made you told me earlier that the Lakers just made a trade for the farm with the Wizards there.
Mm-hmm.
With LeBron, I'm taking the pedigree. I'm taking the know-how.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just said make the playoffs. It doesn't necessarily mean being a top 8 seed.
They're not.
They can make the play-in tournament and win that and get in. So I at this point, it's a little tough, man. I can see them definitely climbing over Oklahoma City, and you really need the Timberwolves or the Warriors, which is really weird to have the Warriors down so low, but I think the Warriors are going to make it too. So I think the Jazz are going to sneak down, and the Thunder and the Lakers kind of go right over those two teams and squeak in.
So the Lakers were at the bottom of the totem pole this year, beginning of the year. Bottom. The bottom. They're not even 500, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Look it up real fast.
No, they weren't 500 for a while there.
But they're not 500 now.
No, they're not.
So in order for you to make these playoffs, you got to be
22 and 25 or so.
you got to be over 500. Does it look nice for them? Yeah, it looks nice.
Well, you got to figure there's about 35 games left in the season, and they're 3 out. So, I think with Davis coming back, like we mentioned earlier, the Lakers, I think, sneak in there and grab the last spot or somewhere in that place, or win the play-in tournament. All right.
Yes.
Good.
I do see them doing it if they keep winning.
All right. So we're buying. I got you to buy something. See if you buy this. Brock Purdy is having the greatest rookie season of all time.
100%.
Wow.
I buy it. I will if I had the money right now, I would put $1 million on Brock to become rookie of the year, even though he started 7 games ago. The guy is undefeated. He's this far into the playoffs. He's in the 3rd round of the playoffs. Yeah, he's had 1,374 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Okay, awesome. But just the mentality of this young man being drafted 262nd overall in the very, very last round, very, very last pick. It's always, and look at Tom Brady, it's always the last player you pick, you put a little chip on his shoulder.
Sure.
Brock Purdy
So
is it.
I'm going to sell with a caveat. If Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl somehow, then I would say he had the greatest rookie season of all time.
What if he just wins this next coming up game?
The guy that I have as the best ever, at least to my top of my head, would have been Ben Roethlisberger, his first season in, carrying that team to a Super Bowl. He wasn't quite Big Ben quite yet, but he was good enough, and he had a team kind of similar to the Niners that was built around him, and he was awesome enough to get him to a Super Bowl.
But did he win?
I can't remember the top of my head. I don't think he did he? Which year was that?
He lost, I think it was, he beat Arizona and won the Super Bowl.
I don't know if that was his first year, though.
No. I'm just saying he only has 1 ring. No, 2. I'm so sorry. He beat the Seahawks and he beat Arizona. I think he lost to Green Bay that year. That was the year that Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl. Because Rodgers only has 1 ring, and he did it against, I believe, Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, so I was wrong. He was the Offensive Rookie of the Year. However, the New England Patriots won that year in 2004.
So who did Green Bay beat? Was it the Pittsburgh Steelers that they beat?
2011 is when Pittsburgh lost to Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Yes.
And that was his rookie year, or was that against?
No, that was not Rodgers' first year. That was Rodgers because he was
No. That's Ben's first year, though.
No, Ben's first year in 2004
Was when he lost. Oh, okay.
Burgers made it to 3 Super Bowls.
Yes, Arizona, Green Bay, Seahawks.
Seahawks. His first one was Seattle.
And he lost.
No, he beat us.
Okay.
It was a horrible game. And then they had that incredible pass to the end zone against the Cardinals to beat Kurt Warner at the end of the game. And was it Holmes or something that caught that pass?
Mm-hmm.
And then lost again to the Packers in 2011 when Rodgers finally took over the role from Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just the fact that we're even having this conversation that Brock Purdy is in it is pretty wild.
Yeah. If he wins this game, okay, Ben Roethlisberger didn't go 7-0 straight. Okay, Purdy did. No experience whatsoever. Ben Roethlisberger had the experience from week 1 all the way to week 15, I think it was then. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
Brock came in week 13 or 14, and look at how he's playing.
It's pretty wild.
All I gotta say.
Mr. Relevance doing what he's doing right now. And we're gonna wrap this segment up real quick here with real fast. The New York Yankees will win the World Series in 2023.
Oh crap! Sorry, honey. Here's the thing. This shift is here. How are teams going to adjust to the shift? I can tell you right now, if you watch the Yankees team, they can place the ball wherever they want to. Most of their balls are hit up the middle. Contact is now the name of the game for baseball. Yeah, man, it's cool to see the home runs and all that cool stuff, but right now with this shift, it's all about contact hitting. I think that the New York Yankees are going to be a top 10 team. Do I think they're going to win? Man, they've choked all the time. You saw it last year and the year before, man. How the hell do you go 4-0 or 0-4? And then last year, you lose a super close quarter game when you had it in the hole. Aroldis Chapman, dude, you're a dumbass. Why didn't you just want to play? The last time you were going to be a Yankee, I get it. But I do not think that the New York Yankees are going to win the World Series, unfortunately.
I'm selling as well. I think
they're going to be a good contact hitting team.
I think they're a top 5 to 6 team, but I would, at this point, still have the Astros better than them. I still got the Dodgers.
Not without Verlander. They're not going to be the best now. The Mets are going to be the team to beat, along with the Dodgers, Mets, Padres, and I'm going to throw in the Guardians are going to have a good shot, guys. A really good shot.
The Astros got someone who was incredible as a starting pitching, I thought. Let me just double check real quick. Well, I don't even care. I still think the Astros, after winning a World Series and what they've done for the last 5, it seems like an eternity. I think they're still better. I still think the Mets.
They're cheaters, but okay.
Getting Verlander is going to be awesome with Scherzer. It's not a huge fault from DeGrom, even though I wish they would have kept DeGrom. So you got, and then the Dodgers can never be ruled out from winning this thing. And then you got teams even like San Diego coming up. You know, they're going to be real tricky to deal with. Toronto with that youth, and I could see them going on a run. So the Yankees, I think they're in a mix for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they won the World Series, but they're definitely not my hands-on favorite to win this thing.
Gotcha.
So that was your binder take. You guys got any better suggestions for that? I'm definitely open for it.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's finish with our last big segment here.
Yeah.
So we're trying to dabble our toes back into NBA here. Admittedly, we both been slacking a little bit on our NBA, but this is a good spot to start. So we're just going to talk about our top 10, however you want to view it, our top 10 players this season. And David, we're going to start with you, my friend.
All right, let me.
If you want me to start, I can do it.
Yeah, let me. I don't know what the hell happened here.
I'll go ahead and take it.
All right, start it up for us.
All right. So my number one NBA player so far this year, I got Jason Tatum. It's 31 points, 8 boards, 4 assists. Their team is leading the NBA to 35 wins and 13 losses after coming off winning losing the NBA title. They look hungry. He's playing phenomenal. I rank my players a lot based off team success at this point. It's just the best way for me to do it. You don't talk about MVP players that are sitting in the cellar. So they have the best team. I think they have one of the best players in the league. So I'm going to give the nod to Tatum at 1. For number 2, the 2-time defending champ MVP, Niola Joker. Just call him the Joker for me because I can't pronounce his name. Basically averaging a triple-double this year, 25 points, 11 boards, 10 assists basically a game right now. Some of the most incredible passing, playing up to all the expectations. He's got his team sitting there at 33-14 leading the West right now. I do think that the East actually has a better conference this year, but impressive nevertheless. Third for me is going to be Joel Embiid.
Ooh.
Got his team right at 30-16, sitting right behind Boston. 4 games out right now. Boy, he's putting up some great numbers again. 33 a game, which leads the league. 9 boards, 4 assists. Obviously, complained a lot about not winning MVP this last year. Definitely backing it up again, having another solid year. It's hard for me. And I put it, like I said, I put a lot of emphasis on team success. So I got him 3rd. My 4th is going to be Luka Doncic. Now this is where it breaks off. Their team's not doing quite as well. You know, they're sitting 5th in the NBA on the Western side at 25 and 23. However, I give him a little bit of break. His team around him is not very good. And that man's putting up some super numbers, 33 a game, 8 boards and 8 assists. Really carrying the Mavericks so far this season. Number 5, and this is where you could definitely argue he should be higher. I got Giannis. Success is in there. You know, he's got his Bucks 30-17 right now, 3rd in the East. Putting up an awesome line at 30 points, 11 boards, and 5 assists. As far as I know, it's Milwaukee. They still have the same kind of team. They're one of those teams that need to go out there and make a move. I feel like they still need to add a little bit to help Giannis.
Right.
Number 5, I got Ja Morant.
Okay.
Hard to deny what they've been doing. 31-16 this season. Not putting up. He's a guard. But still 27 points, 10th in the league, 5 boards for a small guy like him, and set about 8 assists a game. They're very exciting to watch. I think the maturity level of Memphis is not great, and I think that's going to be their Achilles heel.
100%.
I think they think of themselves a little too high right now, and they're not quite the best team in the league. And I think it's going to bite them in the playoffs, but you got to give him the nod right there. 6 for me is going to be Kevin Durant. I know he's hurt right now, but he was averaging close to 30 points a game, almost 7 boards with 5 assists. On a team that everyone was burying before we started. You know, a lot. The Nets are 4th in the East right now, which is actually pretty surprising when I looked at it. They're 29-17. I'll take Durant's track record when he comes back. Definitely going to make the playoffs, and they might be able to make a run. We'll see. It really depends on if Kyrie can keep his head on his shoulders throughout that stretch.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree.
Number 8, gotta get it to LeBron. Gotta do it. Their team record obviously does not compute with what I just talked about. but he's still averaging 30 points, 8 boards, and 7 assists a game. If you take LeBron off this Lakers team, it is the worst team in the league by a mile. And he's in his 20th season. It's pretty remarkable. Got to give him his due. One of the greatest of all times to do it. For 9, so this is where this is going to be a little different for us here. I put 9 and 10, not really based on stats, more about a trade that happened last year. I got Sabonis and Tyrese Halliburton. What a great swap. You bring in Sabonis onto a Kings team that hasn't had any success. I don't even think they made the playoffs since 2008. They got them squarely at number 3 this year. Is super surprising at 27 and 19. I think it's really what catapulted them to have the season that they're having. Put in with DeAndre Fox, it's looking pretty good, man. I gotta give him a nod for that. His numbers are still really good. He's 19, 12. He leads the league in rebounding at 12 and a half. And for a big man, 7.4 assists a game at 11th in the league. Gotta give him a shout out. Sure, you could pick Trae Young. You could put Donovan Mitchell. You can put these guys in here. I just kind of like put these two here where they got swapped. And you got Tyrese Halliburton. To me, man, what a great facilitator. Scoring 20 a game. He's rebounding. He's a guard. You don't really expect too much. He's still got 4.
Yeah.
He leads the league in assists at 10.2 a game. Now, Pacers' success, I mean, it's okay. They're 9th at 23 and 25, but a lot of people have them dead in the cellar to start this season, so I really like what he's doing. He is a little banged up, but he should be coming back soon. That's what I got for you, buddy.
Top 10, huh?
Yeah.
Perfect, let's do it. Number 1, I'm going to put Joel Embiid this year. Joel Embiid right now is at 33 points a game. He's also the league's best rebounder. Okay? Number 2, I'm going to have to put Giannis Antetokounmpo, even though he is averaging 35 points a game. Number 3, you're going to give me Luka. Give me Luka at 3. Luka is unstoppable. He's always going to be unstoppable. He's a 6'6" monster, scoring from all over the court. He plays with the calmness that you want, that you wish you had in a point guard. That's what I would want. Number 4, I'm going to run with Jason Tatum. I think that Jason Tatum is one of the most high-Q basketball players in the league, just based off of a couple of games that I watched him play this year. Jason Tatum made spectacular passes to a lot of his players, Jaylen Brown being one of them. Number 5, everyone is probably going to be a little upset with what I say here, but I'm going to have to go with Damian Lillard at number 5. Reason being is because he got hurt last year, didn't get a chance to really play as much, comes back, he's showing that he could be a comeback player of the year. Number 6, I'm putting LeBron. Now, LeBron is...
Good for you.
It tastes...
I think it's like therapy right now.
It tastes so bad. LeBron's game against Memphis when Shannon Sharp couldn't shut his damn mouth. He's such a punk. Just sit your ass down. Okay? If it was any of us sitting there front row, we'd be kicked out. We'd lose our season tickets. We would be completely screwed, right? We'd be out about $20,000 a game because that's how much it costs to sit at the Lakers. Just about. Shannon Sharp goes, oh, man, I got your back. I still don't like LeBron. I have to put LeBron at number 6 because he is being explosive now. He is being a facilitator. He is now coaching and commanding, being a court general that I would like to see out of LeBron, and he's doing it now with his older of age. Before he was coming out, he was doing crazy stuff. Number 7, I'm going to put Donovan Mitchell. Reason why I'm going to put Donovan Mitchell is because he had a very, very, very eye-opening game. 71 points. That's insane. especially for a player that nobody
You're
really.
not a Kobe.
No, especially with something that no one talks about. No one talks about Donovan Mitchell anymore. Now, when he played for the Nuggets, he was talked about. Or the Jazz, I'm so sorry. When he was playing with the Jazz, he was talked about a lot. But he wasn't the only guy on that team who they were talking about. Now everyone's starting to talk about Donovan Mitchell. The spotlight is on Donovan now. So I put him at number 7. Number 8, I'm going to throw Ja Morant. Man, that kid can play ball, bro. That man's explosive. You can't stop him.
He plays with a recklessness, kind of like
He plays with a full head of steam.
Derrick Rose that 1 year.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Watching last year, I think the Warriors did it on purpose because they were afraid to lose because he was having such a great game. Jordan Poole really did hurt him, mean to hurt him. 100%. Take it. I'll take it to the grave. 100%. Number 9, I'm going to put Joke.
Well, to say to your point real quick, that's when you make Steven Adams your enforcer. Like how hockey has an enforcer on your team.
It's normally Sergei Gonchar. It's normally Chris Chelios, Lindstrom.
Yeah. Really out there to win you a game. He's out there to make sure you
Steve Stevenson, 100%. 100%.
So that he maybe needs to step up and start breaking some bones. I don't mean that literally, Steven Adams.
Oh, no, I do. Go over there and you literally should have smacked Shannon Sharp for wearing that granny outfit. Like, come on, bro. Like, dude, stop. Stop, Shannon. Sit down, bro. Shut up. Number 9, I'm going to put Joker. Wait, did I already say Joker? I'm pretty sure I said Joker.
I hope you did.
I think I put Joker at 2. I did put Joker at 2.
I don't think you did, but
okay.
I'll give you a fix on that because
all right.
To me, Joker's got to be 1 or 2.
Joker at 9. Joker is explosive. He is one of the great players that is there, but he's not the facilitator like how Luka, Ja Morant.
No. I strongly disagree with you.
Let me hear it.
Strongly disagree with you. He's one of the greatest.
Well, hold on. Let me just finish number 10 and we'll go back up. Number 10, I'm going to put Anthony Edwards because he's having an explosive year as well. He's playing fantastic. Go back to the Joker now because...
Yeah, this is asinine.
That's a nice word. I love that.
I can't let you off on this one. No. The Joker is one of the greatest passers to ever play this game.
Okay.
He's phenomenal at it. Not just only for...
Is he better than Luka?
Yes, at passing.
Is he better than Ja?
Yes, he is.
Is he better than LeBron?
He's better than anyone.
He's better than everyone on the list that we just named.
Everyone in the entire league is a passer. At 7 foot tall. He's effing incredible. He's done passes up between his legs. He always knows where to throw that ball.
He has a very, very, very high
incredible at a facilitator.
But I'm pretty sure I put him at number 2. I just can't remember if I put him at 2 because I didn't write it down like an idiot.
It's okay.
And the funny thing is I had it up, but I guess I edited it.
This man in particular is one of a kind. I listen to a lot of other sports podcasts. Oh, jeez.
McConnell to steal.
Nice jumper.
No, wait, I did put him at number 2 because then I went Luka. Okay, take my number 9 back. I'm going to put Trae Young in my number 9 spot. Because I did put Joker at number 2 because of the explosive season that he's having. I did say that.
He's back-to-back MVP.
I know.
He's an awesome passer. He's just awesome. He's the best passer. He's a center. I don't got enough. There's not enough great things I can say about the Joker. He's, I think, probably the best player in the league. I think this season, I think Tatum actually losing the finals and playing the way he is and has his team at first is just a smidgen better as far as performance. But that could be very debatable.
But now my question is this. Let's talk about 3 players right here real quick. Give us 5 seconds. Do you think that the Knicks, with R.G. Barrett and Julius Randle, can make it to the playoffs this year? With the team that they have?
Oh, yeah, because they have the guy they got from Dallas.
Nate? Whoa, hold on, David.
See, we're sorry to do this to you guys. I know his name. Jalen Brunson.
Brunson, yeah.
he's really made a big difference for the Knicks. He's probably one of the better point guards they've had in a very long time. Yeah, I think the Knicks make the playoffs this year. And let's see where they're at right now. We're right at 7. 2 games over 500.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the Knicks make it.
Okay.
That's pretty tight. Definitely need to watch a little more NBA, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same here. But
football's been really the king.
I mean, it's a good start. It's a really good start.
Yeah.
To us coming into basketball, because like the first 40 games isn't as fun to watch.
No.
Because it's kind of like
the season doesn't really start till the Christmas game.
Mm-hmm.
I
disagree.
Really
it's right after.
Care about basketball. No, it should probably a little more especially for the show, but November basketball, December basketball, January, it's the season's too long. Like
it's when you get to the
they don't really try
All-Star
to go
break
hard or go at each other's throats until right around this time of the year right now with like 30 games left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens though this year. If you had to take, who do you got in the finals if it just ended at this?
If I had to take right now, damn, you threw me on the spot.
Yeah.
The Bucks for sure.
For sure.
Well,
I'm going Celtics.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going chalk. Forget it. Nuggets, Celtics, bucket. Joker versus Tatum. I 1 and 2. Bam, done. Great series. Let's do it.
Oh God, that's hard.
The West looks like crap when you actually start looking at it. Is Memphis really the second best team? Is the Kings, Pelicans?
Pelicans are actually playing really well, man.
I love Zion.
Really well.
Zion should have been on that list as well. But, you know.
You can't put Zion up there because he hasn't proved anything as much. He hasn't proved much.
Sure.
Give me, okay, if you had to pick 3 teams from each conference, who do you got?
3 teams?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of shooting at it? Okay, I got the Nuggets, Grizzlies,
Mm-hmm.
and Mavericks.
Ooh, man.
That's the West. For East,
Ooh.
Celtics, Bucks. And sorry, Philly. I think when Durant gets back, I got the Nets.
Oh man, yeah. Give me Boston. Give me the Bucks. The Heat are gonna sneak up again. I know it in my damn gut. I'm gonna do Boston, Bucks, Heat. They're gonna sneak up again. They're gonna do it. Western Conference, man, this is a little bit harder because anything could happen. Give me Memphis, Mavericks. I don't want to do the Nuggets. I want to do the Pelicans.
Why? You got the best damn player in the league on that team.
No, man, but the Pelicans play facilitating basketball. They play it to a T. I'm not gonna agree with you. I'm gonna do
whatever you're doing. Just stop doing what you're doing. I'm trying to save you here.
No,
Can we bring this clip up? Like our 2 people are watching right now, or will rewatch the replay. Remind me. Just send a damn message on there.
Give me Memphis. Give me Pelicans. Give me Dallas.
Oh my God.
I think that Denver is gonna choke again. No, listen to this tape. I really think that Denver Nuggets are gonna choke again, like they did after consistent years. They always do it. And it's a team letdown because remember when we watched last year, we were like, Joker. Okay, we're just going to sit here and shut up now. Because the Joker didn't do anything for us to be excited about. Because we were Team Joker. We were Team Denver. We had Denver in... Yeah, we had Denver.
I team whoever my favorite players are since the Sonics got ripped away by Oklahoma City. Screw you guys. What a dumb decision. I haven't had a chance really ever to like air my grievances about the Sonics.
Hot take.
Why the hell do you take the Seattle Supersonics, the 1978 championship? They won a title, all right?
I know. I'm not saying
and
it
you
didn't.
take them out of one of the top 10 to 14 markets and put them in the gutter down in Oklahoma. No other players want to play there. Who wants to go hang on Oklahoma? Like, hey, you guys want to have a good time? No one wants to play there. They took our team, and I had to watch Durant as a rookie play 1 year for us and then lose my damn team with Durant on that team when I knew Westbrook was going to be great. I knew it. It was one of the few times I just knew it. He was like, oh, they got a defensive scoring guard for Durant. Perfect. I didn't even know anything about Harden. Don't matter. What a start.
I think that OKC screwed up, and I'll tell you how they screwed up. OKC screwed up by letting go James Harden
Of course they did.
for being the sixth man of the year. I think it was.
He was like 2 to 3 years in his damn career. A guy shows a lot of promise, and they get money conscious and split. If they're in Seattle, we're talking about Durant, Westbrook, and Harden together.
Didn't you guys get Steve Adams shortly after that too?
Well,
OKC got Steve Adams shortly after.
That's not a
Seahawk or fucking Seattle.
Sonics,
I'm so sorry, Seattle.
Sonics basically had Durant for 1 year.
Yep.
And then right when we lost him, we would have had Westbrook on that team. So those are the two that I consider Sonics. Even though that Westbrook did play a play for us.
Yep.
He was drafted on our last season. Just give me those two guys that are prime. We're talking about second round, third round out the get immediately with a better fan base, in my opinion. Sorry, Oklahoma fans. I'm never going to let you off the hook. Never, 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 never. You got the Sooners. Fantastic. You guys are powerhouses in college football.
They're okay in football.
You're not going to win a title with that cursed team that you took from us. Ever.
Well,
Your chance was with Durant.
Do you think that Seattle is going to name the team the Supersonics if they come back?
Here's the only one thing that I was okay with Clay Bennett doing when he bought our team and moved it. He left us our team history and our team name. He did not take that to Oklahoma. When Oklahoma started, they basically went from scratch. Their season started right in 2009. That's when that franchise record books start. It does not count anything from 2008 beyond. So when the Sonics do come back, it's kind of like...
You're just picking up from your original place.
There'll be a huge ass gap, and it'll be 2008 Sonics, and then hopefully the
2024
Sonics. We're getting our team back. I know it. They're going to put a team in Seattle, and they're going to put a team in Vegas. And,
I want them to do it, but here's the problem. I don't want LeBron to own the team. I don't
think...
think...
Give me the Sonics back. Just give me the Sonics back.
Just let LeBron own the Sonics, okay?
How many Seattle fans do you think are out there that still really care about the NBA after our team named Jack?
Not so many people.
Basically, I became a partial Blazer fan because my dad was a huge Blazer fan. And then I just gravitate to players I like. You're just rudderless. You don't have the team. I want to actually have my own basketball team back in the city that deserves it.
So now let me ask you this real fast, because I've always had this conscience in my head. What if every single state had a team? That would mean that you would have much more talent out there. So in college,
Well,
there would be so many more players going to.
Sure, but the talent actually might be a little diluted because now you're setting from 30 to 50. So you got to take away all 12 dudes.
Then there's no more super teams. There's just we go out and play.
Who wants to play for Maine? Hey, I'm from Rhode Island.
Dude.
Rhode Island, the stadium's bigger than the state.
I would go and play for Maine as long as they were called the Walleyes. I would go and play. I would go
have a
and
shot to play
coach.
for Iowa.
I would
know,
too.
like-
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
That's
So,
all right, let's get to our close here.
well,
That was fun.
yeah, man, that was awesome. So the upcoming sports, guys, we just have the playoffs coming up. We got Bengals and Chiefs,
We're treated. This is
49ers and the Eagles.
2 phenomenal games. I am
Oh,
very
yeah.
excited to see both these.
This
games
is,
play out.
I think that this is the most exciting football season that I've ever watched. And that's a lot coming from a Lions fan when we were in the playoffs. That was exciting. But just to be able to watch the Lions go and beat Green Bay and actually be ahead of that, oh, God.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you.
It is,
Thank you, Detroit.
it is a beautiful thing.
I don't even care that our team got smoked by the Niners. The punch our ticket when no one thought we were going to do crap. And a lot of thanks to Detroit for doing what they normally never do is beat Green Bay and Green Bay. That was very cool. It's been a great season.
100%,
And
man.
I think really these 2 games this weekend are going to be phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, guys, we don't really have anybody in here to give us feedback.
Yeah.
So we're just going to hop right into the giveaway. Guys, don't forget, February 28th, we're doing 2 autographed jersey giveaways for our 1-year anniversary. We're super excited to do this for you guys because you guys are the reason why we do this every single day. It's not for ourselves. It's for you guys. We're really, really, really appreciative of everybody. So with that, Carson, my man, do you got anything else to say, bud?
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Thank you, Robot. Take us out.
San Francisco sucks.
Yeah.
San Francisco sucks, is that what it
Yeah,
says?
that's what it said.
You're so salty.
San Francisco sucks.
You're so
San
salty.
Francisco sucks.
Screw you. Screw you, Purdy. You know what? No one wants it. No one from Pacific Northwest wants it.
He's
San
so
Francisco sucks.
he's so salty
See, the
about it.
computer's with me.
San Francisco sucks.
See, okay, so here's the thing. Do you want me to be honest? I was rooting for the Vikings. I wanted someone from my division to win. 100%. I wanted someone from my division to win. For you, this should be happy because it comes home to your division if they win.
Yeah, I hate the Niners.
Yeah, but
I hate them more in Dallas, and that's saying a lot, my friends. I really, truly despise the Niners. And they...
San Francisco sucks.
I don't like Green Bay, and it's because of the super drunk fans like we had the other day when we were at the place, and Lions came out of nowhere and smoked Green Bay, beat the brakes off of them.
Mhm.
So
Brock Purdy has blue balls.
I'm not even going to repeat that one. You're having so much fun with that thing. Well, all right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to sign it off. It was a pleasure being on with everyone.
Brock Purdy has blue balls.
All right, guys, we're going to leave on that note. Everyone have a good night. Thank you all so much for coming in. Sports Mafia out, guys.